Imposter syndrome is a spiritual battle. And one of the great things that we hit with imposter syndrome is that comparison trap. You know, when comparison whispers, oh, she's better, she's smarter, she's already doing what I want to do, there's no room for me in there. But you know what? God gave you a calling, and that calling says you are exactly where you need to be. You can't walk in both. You have to choose one voice. And Philippians 3:14 tells us, I press on toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called me. Notice it doesn't say I press on to copy someone else's prize. God has a prize for you that responds to your calling. And comparison ends up being a bit like scrolling through real estate at 2 a.m. Suddenly, you don't like your house anymore, even though it's perfectly fine, because you're comparing it to other things. Don't do that with your calling, where we forget to see the abundance in our lives and we switch over to looking at lack. Think about it, that's where sin originated. Think of all the abundance that there was in the Garden of Eden. God had given man everything, but they sought out something from a spirit of lack. And that shifted their whole perspective. And then, of course, you've got the enemy coming in playing games too, because that's really what causes imposter syndrome. Those lies that the enemy doesn't just whisper. Sometimes he whispers, but so often he actually shouts them out at you. And they're so loud that they seem like reality, because it is so powerful and so freeing when you get to recognize and call out that counterfeit, when you get to recognize, that's imposter syndrome, because of the lives we've lived, every single one of us, we've put up walls and outer shells of protection, and they're protecting that beautiful gem that's inside. But when we walk in faith, we can just let that gem shine. So here's my challenge for you today. Just drop in one word that describes your calling. Is it a leader? Are you an encourager, a teacher, or a connector? Let's replace the comparison that we've had, where we've stepped out from the purpose and calling that God has given us into somebody else's lane for whatever reason. And let's go ahead with clarity, because it's in that clarity that you can stand firm, standing boldly so that you can be the extraordinary leader God called you to be. I would like to see you find that clarity for yourself, because no matter how sure we are of ourselves, often when we are around like-minded people, it becomes clearer as iron sharpens iron. This is a heavy subject, and we want to block our eyes and we just want to peep out and see and go, whoops, I don't feel like dealing with that, so that you can set yourself up for success, to win the prize that God has waiting for you, because you are exactly who you get to be. Don't try and be something else. You hear me say it all the time. Everybody else is taken. Let's get back to the reality of your value, of your worth, and let's let that bloom so that you can create the kingdom impact that you desire.